First, run Observer. First-time users will need to create a project. Click Add. We'll select Observer with Time Break Recorder mode. This is used for active sources like weight drops or VibraSize. Name the project and select OK. Now, set up Prospect settings. Here, we will add a backup drive for processed data. After verifying recording parameters, we may optionally check Expert Options if display of all program settings is desired. Then, select our source unit type and its configuration, followed by shot parameters. For our VibraSize operation, our record length will be our sweep file length plus listen time. Lastly, we configure to process from the pilot trace supplied in the records by the Force 3 Vibe controller. To import survey receiver points, navigate to the Survey menu, then select Script Import Wizard. You may import SegP1, SPS, or GPX format. Next, select the coordinate system datum. Select your receiver's survey file. In the File Preview window, the contents of the file are displayed. If needed, we may easily mark header lines here. Define the line and station columns here. Users may optionally define the elevation column also. Select Preview to examine results and Import to apply. Review the import result, click Next, then Finish. At any time, users may check current loaded receiver points by selecting View Receiver Points under the Survey menu. Now add survey source points by navigating to the Process tab, then the Operations tab, followed by Load Source Points. Follow the same procedure used to load receiver points. Users may verify loaded source points in the Operations under View Source Points. Lastly, switch back to the Manage tab and center the map on the project here. Users may download a background map layer here. The background map layer may need to be enabled with this button. Deploy recording units to survey points by right-clicking on the Sigma Grid window. Select Add Remove, then Add Autonomous Unit. Enter the serial number of the first recording unit and select the number of channels recorded by the unit. In this case, we are using a UNode 2 with 120 channels. Now, deploy the unit to the appropriate receiver points by unit channel. Ensure the deployment time is correct to when the unit was physically deployed to the assigned receiver points. After deploying recording units to the active spread, add the source unit. Hit Cancel when the deployment screen appears. The anchor column on the active unit window indicates where the unit is deployed. Any location in parentheses means the unit is in the active unit list, but not deployed to a receiver location. Next, navigate to the File menu, then Prospect Setup. Select the unit number drop-down under Time Break Recorder Parameters. Tick the checkbox next to the undeployed source controller unit. In this case, our Force 3. Now notice the unit's anchor is labeled as TB Recorder. This method automatically set up our source controller and first shot type. Users may add, change, or delete items from these windows at any time. Users may edit unit deployments from the Active Units window by right-click and selecting options under Deployment. In this case, we need to use History because the unit was picked up and replaced with another unit at 2100 UTC. Now, we may deploy the new unit at its current location and time by using the same process as before, by adding it to the Active Units window and completing the deployment screen dialog. To process data, navigate to the Process tab. Under Operations, select the Event Manager. Select Mark Start and Mark End to create a production time window. Edit the event times with the Edit Times button. Once production windows are created, select Update, then close the window. Navigate to the Data Type drop-down and switch to Passive Records Display to see continuous records for specified production windows. Users may connect the unit via Ethernet for data collection by UDD. Data will automatically download when production windows are displayed here and the unit is communicating. Users may force update the UDD program by selecting Start UDD under Operations. Users may alternatively load receiver data under Operations and import receiver data. Here, users may import DAT or SEG-Y files or entire directories. View data import messages here and progress under the Passive Records window in the Data % column. Next, import source data under Operations and import source data. In the Data Type drop-down, switch to Time Break Files. Here, users can view the time breaks created from imported source data. Now switch to Active Data to view processed records. The checkboxes indicate processed, correlated, and stacked records. Select a record to view it in the Trace Viewer. Switch what type of record to display here. Change record display options on this bar here. When a shot is not associated to a source point, in this case due to a large offset, users may then select shots needing source point assignment. Right-click, then select Set and select an option to correct the shot record. In this case, we will reassign based on a maximum distance of 20 meters from the source point. Users may access processed data from the iSize data directory under the Prospects folder in Processed SEG-Y.